Good.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Here with my beautiful bride.
Yes, that's me.
Yes.
How's everybody doing? We've never done a live at this time before, so this is kind of new.
Yeah. This is not really our IG live.
Yeah,
It's not our Friday IG live.
it's a off one. So, but how's everyone doing? Hope you're great. Let's have a quick chat. Get in here.
Yeah, let's measure your temperature. I know it's getting hot outside.
Right?
Yeah, it's getting hot outside. It's the beginning of summer.
It's hot outside.
Yeah. How is summer over there with you guys?
Yeah.
What are your plans for the summer? Is it getting steaming yet?
It's hot. I think it's like hundreds here in the DMV.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the temperature over there at your end?
Yeah. We just got back from Punta Cana, and I think it's still telling people that we're on. We just got back from Punta Cana. I feel like my voice is still like even a little bit trying to recover.
Yeah.
And just for everyone who's joining or who's gonna join, this is not our typical IG live. This is just one off.
Yeah.
We just wanted to check in with everybody, have a quick conversation. Welcome. Hi, Grace. Hey, sis. Hey, Vic Tay. Yes. We just got back from our couples retreat. We
was amazing.
It was amazing. We feel so fulfilled. We're chatting with one of our friends that we made in Punta Cana at our retreat. This couple is amazing. Hi, Pay Creations. That's one of our amazing couples. They were at the retreat as well. This is one of our 2026 discount code listed. Like, go register right now. Like, literally right now. But that's not even why we're here. We're just going to have a quick chat with. We just want to talk about it. And if anyone else wants to, like, if you have any questions, have any comments, feel free to just put it in the comments. We're going to chat about all things Punta Cana 2025. It was amazing. I mean,
I had a ball.
yeah.
My wife had a ball.
Why does my forehead looks like there's anointing oil like all over here?
All over here. You are glowing. You are glowing from the retreat.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
So
the event was great. It was words cannot really describe what went on.
Yeah.
From the beginning of the event on Thursday till the end on Monday. It was community building.
Yeah.
Relationships were refreshed.
Yeah.
Were restored.
Yeah.
New friends made.
Yeah.
There were a lot of improvements, instantaneous improvement.
Yeah.
I've never seen an instantaneous improvement like that.
Yeah.
It was almost like you go to church and you are under an anointing.
Yeah.
And the anointing transforms you immediately, brings about an immediate
instantly
change.
it was
Instantaneously.
beautiful. Yes.
So what happened this retreat, I'm telling you, there were quick changes among the couples. Yeah. I'm telling you that.
It was a shift. There's a shift. And this is not you okay, baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is nothing physical. This is all spiritual. This is all God's work. So we're waiting for Tola and Ladi to add so we can have a conversation with you. Hi, Mommy JJ. How are you? Yes.
Mommy JJ of life.
We love Mommy JJ and Daddy JJ. They're just an amazing couple. They brought so much light and laughter to remember our I mean, we had a time. Normally, when we go to these retreats, it's work for us mainly. But I feel like this retreat, we actually had fun.
It was work. It was a whole lot of work.
It was a lot of work.
It was a whole lot of energy consuming.
Yes.
I mean, energy consumption, time consumption, spiritual consumption, financial consumption. it's all of them consumptions,
All of
but at
it.
the same time, we had a great time.
We
I'm
had a
telling you,
ball.
this year's retreat had a different vibe,
Yeah.
had a different energy, had a
Yeah.
different feel to it.
Yeah.
It's a different experience,
Yeah.
which I love.
Yeah.
And every year it's always different.
It's always great.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat. So let's do a quick recap while we wait for Miss. Mommy just said Mr. And Mr. and Mrs. Shiloh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's do a quick recap. Esty Bobby, hello, how are you? We can't wait to meet you next year. But let's do a quick recap of the day today. So day one, so officially day one was Friday, but actually our day one was Wednesday because that's when we travel.
Officially, the one was Thursday.
No, but we traveled on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, that was our day one of Punta Cana.
Right.
Yeah. So our day one was Punta Cana. I mean, our day one in Punta Cana was Wednesday. We traveled. When we get there.
Oh, really, Mommy JJ? I didn't know Esther Buddy is your
Oh,
bestie.
hi, bestie.
Hello,
Our
Esther
bestie.
Bobby. Okay, Bobby.
Mommy JJ, why didn't you tell us? Why
Yeah,
did
it's a Bobby. Sheila,
Hi.
Sheila, Sheila, Sheila.
Sheila,
Sheila,
lo, lo,
Sheila,
Sheila, lo, lo.
Sheila,
Let's not let the people
If
start
you know,
asking
you
that what is
know. And if you
Shiloh.
don't know, you don't know.
Shiloh is a place of transformation.
Yes. Mr. Ladia, are we gonna keep it clean on this chat today, or are we going to
I
just give it all out?
I don't know. I don't know the rules on Instagram, so let's keep
Hi,
it.
beautiful couple. How
Hello,
are you?
Hi.
Mr. and Mrs.
Shiloh,
Shiloh.
I held you.
Oh, please.
Minister General.
Minister of Enjoyment.
No,
Oh my
we
God.
love Tola and Laji.
Absolutely.
It was our first time meeting them.
Mhm.
So we invited them to our retreat, and then instantly Tola and I connected. Like we would talk about random things. I know I posted about our daughter speaking Yoruba like a few weeks ago. That was Tola's recommendation. Like this girl is like never gatekeeps anything. If anything is working for her, she is sharing with everybody. So it was so great to meet them at the retreat. And it feels like we've been friends for like 10 years at least.
I
So
know. That's how
beautiful
it
people.
felt for us too when we came to the retreats,
Yeah.
And a couple of people have come to my DM after then to just ask me about it. And they're like, what is this thing about? They were even saying, Tola, did you organize it? Because the way you just went on and on. I was like, no,
I love it.
I
I
didn't
love
organize it. I was also invited.
Right,
So
right.
yeah.
And that's how it should feel. It's our thing. It's not just us. It's our
Yeah.
thing. We could
Yes,
have
it
been the
is.
curator, but we want you to
Mhm.
feel like it is your experience as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah. And we
So,
made everyone feel part of the event.
yeah.
That you are not just feeling like as an attendees.
Yeah.
I remember the last night. I mean, one of my memorable nights was when Minister Ladi led us in that
Worship.
worship.
Yes.
People were
Yes.
like, so Minister Ladi, you have voice like this. Hey,
So he's a minister of God.
Minister, we didn't know he's a minister of God.
Minister Ladi is a singer. You
Yeah.
have to check him out on YouTube. He's
Mhm.
released so many albums.
Yes.
I remember on our way to the
Excursion.
excursion. I remember, hubby, you were looking at some of the videos.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
yes, so
Absolutely.
Mommy JJ is just
Mommy Jeje is
here.
cracking us up in the comment.
What's Mama Roma from? Hey,
You know what I'm gonna say is people need to attend the next one, so maybe they can now understand some of all of these things that we
inside
are talking
jokes.
about. Inside jokes right here.
Yeah, we made too many. It's I feel like for the next 20 years we'll have like references, and only us would know what it means.
What it
So
Yeah.
means, yeah.
Punta Cana was amazing. So
It
tell
is indeed.
us, that's from our experience. Before you guys joined, we were just talking about how when we do retreats, most of the time it's a lot of work for us. And this one was a lot of work during and post. But during, especially, we're working because we're facilitating. There's the planning still going on. But this retreat, we really felt like we had a blast. Like we actually had fun. We got to connect with everyone, not just on the attendee to organizers perspective, but as friends. Yeah. We had a lot of late night chats, a lot of just
lot
impromptu.
of late night chats. Oh man, talk about them late night chats.
Yeah.
I know. We're still catching up on our sleep till now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
So how was it from you guys' experience?
Well, that would be like the first time I'm attending a retreat like that. And one of my biggest takeaway from that retreat is a lot of couples are just leaving, you know, and it's very important that you just don't leave, but you love together. Living and loving together is the most important thing, and that is one of the major catalysts that could fuel the marriage, that could keep the marriage together. And I want to thank you guys that you guys did justice to that. From all the sessions that we took, you guys really did justice. You could tell that thoughts went into it, and you guys took your time to put those sessions together. And thank you very much. And we had a great time. I fell in love with my wife all over again.
Oh,
all
love
over
that. We
all
love
over
that.
again, and made me realize that there are some, maybe those were our blind spots, you know. And thank you. I highly recommend this. And if you're on this live right now, this is not my life. If you're on this live, just share this to 5 people on your group. Just go ahead and share this live to like 5 of your contact. Just do that for us. A lot of people need to see this. A lot of people need to hear this. A lot of marriages need to be healed from, all the traumas of all the American trauma. Working. We need that kind of retreat. I don't know if you have anything to.
Yeah, I think that's really how I also feel. Some of the things that stood out for me, I already said that the intimacy session was extremely important because it made us realize how sometimes life goes on and you don't even have time to be intimate, not sexually with each other, like just with words, with your actions, how you know your spouse's love language and how you ensure that you try to work towards pleasing them in their love language, right? It's not just waking up and doing your work. Oh, I went to work today. Oh, I provided today. Oh, I made money today. And that's all that counts. But actually, if you know that your wife likes, physical touch, giving massages, doing stuff, to your spouse to just make them feel special and feel seen. I think that was one of the biggest takeaway from, the retreats this season. I mean, this particular second retreat that you guys
Yeah, absolutely. So let's do a quick recap. So day one was Thursday. That's when we had your celebration party. And that was amazing. It was the all white vibe on the rooftop. I felt like it was perfect. It was intimate. Was it exactly what you wanted for
Absolutely.
your 40th?
Beyond that, as a matter of fact, it was what I wanted, what I envisioned, and everybody did justice just to make that day a memorable one.
So it was very special.
I really truly appreciate you guys for attending, everyone else for participating in all the games as well. I think I like that game where we played if I could recognize the voice.
People's voices.
Yeah.
I didn't think you would get anyone because we were meeting some of these people for the first time. Right. But you did great. You did great.
That was good.
Yeah, that was the game.
Your sister. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I think even for us, like that first night, it was good that we had the party because it was a way to meet everyone, prior to the next day when we started the session. So it was a way to just kind of like just make it like a neutral ground for everyone to meet. It wasn't about like, learning. It was just, oh, let's dance, let's, meet, let's talk, hearing people's names and all of that. And I know you were about to say his sister. She's very funny.
Yeah.
He did
The light
justice.
of the day.
He's
Yeah.
probably here, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sister Fumi, we love you.
We love you.
She stresses. This woman stresses me out, but I love her. I love her so much. Love you, love you, love you. But yeah, she was the person kind of telling us what was next, like an MC. And she was amazing. So much fun. Brought a lot of life and laughter into the space. So that was night one. And
Yes.
then night two, we started early. I think we started around 10 with the workshop
Yeah.
led by you and I. I think we talked about just the foundation.
Yeah, the
Foundation.
foundation of marriage, foundation of relationship, because sometimes people neglect or they overlook the true elements of the relationship that will actually glue you together.
Yeah.
It's like the oil for your relationship. So we kind of have an approach, I don't want to spill the beans so that people don't get into knowing exactly what we discussed, but it's the oil
Yeah.
that makes the engine of your relationship to run. So
Yeah.
we spoke about that from that perspective so that couple can really see that there's something about my partner
Yeah.
that I may not pay attention to on a daily basis. So those exercises that we did helped us to get us back into the field
Yeah.
of appreciating our partner, of understanding and recognizing the values that our partner brings to the table
Yeah.
and contribute towards the family.
One
Yeah.
of my favorite session or favorite moments was when we had a couple come out and actually resolve a conflict. Do you
Yes.
guys remember?
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
How
was
was that for
amazing.
you?
Followed all the well. We're taught about. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Uh, GFM, you focused on when there's a breakdown in communication, right? That is the beginning of all the wahala, if I can
Yeah.
use that word on
Yeah.
this line. So, and also you touch on some steps that we could take to resolve any issues that, no matter how big the issue is, those key steps are very vital. And the practical session using it, listen, from listening and don't all those steps were really really practical, and I think it's something that every couple, every lovers, like you say, every lovers should inculcate in their journey, in their marriage journey. It
Yeah.
was really great.
I think also just hearing from the couple, I think one of the issues she raised was about phones, right? And everyone like around me were like, "Oh yes, this is something we all have issues with." And I think that was one thing that really stood out for me at the retreat was there is really no issue that is personal to your own marriage.
Mm,
What you think, you're struggling with, other couples are also facing this and they're also struggling with it, right? So there's a way the devil can isolate you sometimes
Yeah.
and make you feel like this problem you have in your marriage is so big and no other person, like there's no other man or in the world. It can make a woman feel like, oh, it's only your man that checks his phone all the time and when you guys are at events. But hearing that another man does that and another woman has an issue with it, and also learning how to talk through it without it degenerating into a fight, was really good, because it made everyone realize that, come, we're all together,
Yeah.
This
in this thing. It's not
Yeah.
just me. It doesn't mean that the problem should persist, like you guys said. And that there was something that Dr. Femi said, is like, no one is fully right and no one is fully wrong, right?
Right.
We all exist in the middle. Once you think about it that way, you don't try to find who is right or who is wrong. You just go, okay, there's a way for us to resolve this without it turning into something else. So yeah.
Exactly. I love that. And something that Minister Ladi said when you guys first joined was that you can just live or you can live with life and love. And there's a major difference in living, in just living, like going to work, taking care of your kids, paying your mortgage. But as you live that way, you actually die a lot quicker.
yeah.
I mean, not a physical death always. Sometimes it is actually when you just work and just live this just a monotone life. But I feel like God has helped us to be able to crack the code of not just living in your marriage, but living with intention, living with love, and living with so much life. And this is what our retreat does. It brings life,
Right.
breathes life into your marriage in a way that you start to see things in a fresh perspective. You learn practical tools that you can apply immediately that you probably didn't
Mhm.
know before.
Yep.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely. And when you said the word leave, I wanted you to unpack that. And the way I understood it is you don't count numbers in marriage.
yeah,
It's not about the quantity. It's not about, oh, we had 5 years in marriage. We have 15,
Mm.
20 years in marriage. We have 30 years in marriage. But it's actually the quality of your marriage
yeah,
Quality.
that matters, right? And that's what I believe you were, talking about as well. And for us as the host, what God has helped us to do is to be able to bring that quality into that marriage,
yeah,
either in the healthy way of having a marriage or happy way of having marriage or the godly way.
yeah.
Just looking at those three elements, happy, godly, and what's the last one?
Healthy.
And healthy.
Mhm.
Those three elements bring about the quality state of a marriage.
Yeah,
And you can actually see in the different age demographic of people that attended the
yeah.
retreat.
Mm.
Those that are in their 20s, those in the
30s.
30s,
30s.
40s, and 50s.
Yeah,
I mean, that alone shows that people are striving for the quality state of marriage, not the
Mhm.
quantity.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Absolutely. And marriage is not just to be lived, just plainly. I feel like there's just so much. It's like coming to America and just like only being in one place all your entire life. Like when you don't travel, you don't explore, you don't do anything, like that's a very boring life. And looking at it in the spiritual realm too, you can't just be in one place. And prayer alone doesn't solve all things, if I may. I mean, just for all the Christians here, before you guys go comfort me. Yes, pray, and our marriage retreat is not only for couples that are struggling. I'm sure you guys would agree that no matter which level, I
Mhm.
mean, we would bond so much that we don't even know which couple is struggling or which couple is
Exactly.
not.
I feel like when you even see like other couples, right, just vibing together and enjoying, you be like, ah. I was saying something, when we were all talking at the retreat. I said there was a time that my husband and I had a fight, and when we finally resolved it, we couldn't even remember what
Yeah,
made us fight, right? And that's something like sometimes when you go on trips that you are meant to go enjoy together with your spouse, the devil sometimes can kidnap the both of you. And while you are there, and a lot of couples can attest to that too, while you are there, you just realize that you're just fighting like little things, right? It's just costing you. But one thing that I noticed at this retreat was every single person that came, I don't know if it was the fact that we were having other moments to just sit, bond, sing, eat, together. But you could tell that everyone was just trying to just love on each other
yeah.
and just have a great time together while they were there. Now, my prayer is as we all left the retreat and came to our various homes, that same spirit that descended on us while we were there continues and goes on with every single person that came, right? Because it's
Amen.
so important that when we attend things like this, we don't just leave and then go back to the status quo. And that's one thing that we are prioritizing in our home right now. Like, we're not going back, we're going to remain in
No, no,
Never going
no.
back.
And just and just to
That in
just
itself is another moment
Yeah,
that I will forever cherish.
I
On the
know.
bus, on our
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
to,
and just
Oh,
to add to what Detola said, one thing that happened in that space where we're together is the loving together that we want to eat breakfast. This person is texting this person. I'm going to this restaurant. Loving and living together in that space for that few days made couples really, really vulnerable.
yeah,
Sharing some deep things and getting advice, right on the spot. Oh, you are not alone in that. This is what I did to get out of that situation. This is what
yeah,
I did, and this is what I did not do. And that really made us really vulnerable. And we were like naked and not ashamed.
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
yeah,
understand? We're
yeah,
like naked and not ashamed, and that really meant a lot to us. You're not ashamed of what you're going through, whereas the person standing beside is also going through similar thing. You could
yeah,
imagine what we talked on in our breakout session. You don't want to know.
Yeah.
You just don't want to know.
What
But
is this thing that you people talked about that you don't want to
Avio.
know? Everything that you don't want to
you know, the,
know.
Avio. He wouldn't
Next
even
year, no
tell me.
breakout
Like,
session, please, because the
no,
men they are rubbing it on our face.
no,
No
exactly.
one.
no, it was really intense and deep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like Doctor
Parker.
Parker.
Parker, Dr. Parker said, I'm just taking it in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just taking he kept saying, I'm just these are couples, they're older,
Yes.
They've been married for 36 years too.
36 years, and it's like, is it everything everybody's I'm just taking it in. I'm
Yeah.
just taking it in. And
Yeah.
he dropped one gem there
Yeah.
that I've never heard
Oh
in
yeah,
my
tell us, tell us, tell us.
Tell us
Tell
now so that we
us.
can learn about it on the live.
No,
All
no,
right.
no. It is
Hey,
not
come
for
on.
this life. It is for people to come live at the resort at the next retreat. Not this
Okay.
life, the other life. It
Okay.
it
We
can
we
it,
had a great time during our women's
Yeah.
session too, which
Okay.
Yes.
we're not gonna
So
tell
you guys
you.
tell us what you
We're
guys
not
discussed.
telling you guys go first. But one moment that I'm not gonna share I'm not gonna share all of it, but one moment was we had a couple who are younger in their marriage, and we had a couple who were a little over 10 years. And the younger couple, the younger wife, talked about some of the challenges that she's having in her marriage. And immediately she was done talking about it, one of the other wives was like, I've been experiencing the same thing for the last few years of my marriage. And I have tools to be able to help you
oh
to
wow.
overcome some things. I mean, it was like magic. Real relationship, real bond, real sisterhood, real real solution right there.
Yes.
Sis, do you remember that moment?
Yes, yes, I do. And you're right, because the truth is, again, like I said, that feeling of always thinking this is only happening to me in my marriage, right? Oh, it's only me that my husband does this, or it's only in our marriage that my wife does this, or it's only, if we even talked about children, right? It's
Yeah.
only my children that do this, right? But when you go to retreats like this, it makes you realize that so you too, you are in this same situation. How are you resolving it? What did you
Yeah.
do to get out of this? And just being able to share that and say, you know what, here's my number. When you're feeling down and you're feeling like there's nothing else I can do, call me. Right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it together. Let's pray together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think also just knowing, and I was telling Dr. Bola yesterday when we were talking, and she was like, oh, I read my Bible every day. And I was telling her that this is something that I've been trying and struggling with myself, and just knowing that somebody else does it can propel me to know that, yeah, it's possible to do it. It's possible to be committed to reading the Word of God every day when you see another woman just like you,
Yeah.
same skin tone, same, married with children, the same life that we all live in, no help, doing it. Then it's possible for you to also do it, right?
Yeah.
So that's why, for me, being in the community of other people facing the same challenges that you are and hearing their own stories would definitely help you. And again, as Laddie said, you all have to be at the next retreat. I was telling someone, a man had asked me in my DMs today that, oh, how can I attend this retreat? I was, you are still asking when the thing is almost full. If you know you
I,
want to
I
go, you
think
are
I
going
need
to go
I
right
You
think
still
I
now.
think
asking
I need to
questions.
I think I need to beg on behalf of everybody watching and those that are gonna watch. We need to, not limit it to that number. You need to give grace.
Okay.
Please, I want you guys to go
Let them
think.
go and register
I
because it
want
is
you. I
full.
want you to go think about it. Then give some grace.
Yeah.
Some grace. Don't worry. God will give you guys the wisdom to be able to
Amen.
accommodate everybody.
Amen.
I know you're
Amen.
trying to build like a community to help families, but please give some grace and extend that love to other couples to be part of it.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I do see that
absolutely.
someone said that I sense the retreat was also therapeutic based on the video clips. Yes, it was. Both physically
Mhm.
and, emotionally.
Hey!
Hey! Hey!
And
Sheila, Sheila,
and
Sheila.
just to add to the physical part,
What are you adding, babe?
I'm not
No,
saying
let him
anything,
out,
but
Joe. What?
no, but I'm not saying anything.
What are you
But the
hiding?
fact when we had
The intimacy
the
night?
not intimacy, the sex educate
No, okay, the
when the
sex
sex
education, yeah.
in fact those gifts were powerful. She said you want to go wild,
I'll go mouth.
wild.
I'll go on.
Those wild gifts. We've not even unpacked them yet.
Ah!
Yes,
Oh
yes,
my
Oh
yes.
my God.
goodness.
And also like everything that Goody taught us at that event, right? For me, I just kept saying, oh, so this is possible. Oh,
Yes. There was a guy there who said, you know,
Praise God.
who
praise
said
the
praise God because you know and he told me in confidence. He said,
Baby, if you told you confidence, you can't say it on
no,
Instagram.
no, no, no. I mean,
Okay.
I can say this one.
Okay.
He
Not
said,
that kind of confidence.
yeah, not that kind of confidence. He just told me in person. He said,
Okay.
look, my wife has tried all of these things. My
Hmm.
wife, she's good. She pleases me. But there is one particular part that Goody brought out. That one made me say, praise the Lord.
I think I remember that particular one.
No, these two, everybody will like these two.
Ah, man.
Maybe you two will even teach next year's session
Oh,
because
man.
Don't worry. I just want to come and take it in, like Dr. Parker would say, and take it in and
you're
go
taking it in. Someone told my husband at his job about the retreat that it was great. Great is an understatement.
Yeah,
It is an
Um,
understatement for real.
yeah.
yeah.
And one thing that
Oh, sorry, mommy did just say don't give them too much detail,
don't
so
give that too much
they can
details.
come. Sorry, go ahead, babe.
Yeah, one of the things that you will also, for those that are thinking about the retreat, and I will say this based on testimony, one of the things that you will also discover when you come to our retreat is that not only that you will hear other people having the same situations that you are going through, but you will get real time results. That's one.
Hmm.
Two, you will get a solution where even that solution might be what you know that you've been telling your partner and your partner has not implemented. But the fact that you are in a different environment and
Yeah.
someone else says it, it makes it to resonate better with your partner and you see an immediate change. Because
Yeah.
sometimes people say, look, man, I'm going through these challenges with my partner. I've always been suggesting one or two things to them, but they are not implementing them. And they come to a retreat and they hear it from someone, and then boom, there's a solution. There's a fix immediately.
Right.
See, why continue wasting another year complaining about the same
The
thing
same
and
thing.
not see a change? Whereas you can come to a retreat, spend a couple of days, and then you can have an everlasting change.
Absolutely.
And I will say this as a testament to that because I saw it live. You see, Minister Ladi, if you remember, in our main session, there was a solution
Just tell
offered.
us.
I won't tell you. There
oh
was a
my God.
solution offered to a particular man that was asking a particular question with
Hmm.
his marriage. And
Yes.
there was a particular solution
So
offered to
coded.
him. Now, I will tell you this. That solution, a day later, as a matter of fact,
Okay.
on our way traveling back, his wife was saying the same solution that we made,
I think
the
I
same
think I heard
thing
it.
the woman has been telling him all this while, but he never implemented it. But the
That's
fact
right.
that he came to the retreat and now heard it from other men giving him the same advice, now he said, you know what, Dr. Femi, I got it now. I got it now. This is
That's right.
exactly what I need to do.
You guys
So,
are so coded.
man,
Hi,
yeah.
Sade.
Then one other thing you need to bring up here that you guys did justice to is as well is the resort. Please talk about it because some people will say, "Oh, I want to go to a nice, fancy. It is 5 star." Please let them know that anytime you pick a spot, is the spot indeed. Let's talk
Yes.
Yes.
about it a little bit. Talk about
So
it so that people.
So vain.
so actually let's talk through. That's a good point you brought up. So last year September, many people don't know this. We actually went to Punta Cana and visited 7 resorts.
Mm,
We didn't I mean we care about all of our couples, mind, body, soul. We care about everything. At every single resort, we would pray, we will intercede. We want to make sure that the Spirit of God is in that resort for God to be able to be allowed to do what He wants to do, right? We went intentionally. It wasn't a vacation. We were literally hopping from one resort to the other. We'll eat the food, we'll look at the room, tour all the spaces to make sure that our couple, because if we're not comfortable there, most likely our couples will not be comfortable there.
Yeah.
We would come back home, then, pray about it, make sure we have peace about it. I'm really good with spreadsheets. I would table every single thing. Resort 1, resort 2, this is the pros and cons. Here's the cost. Table it to I'm the chief financial officer. He's the CEO. And I'll say, babe, this is the pros and cons for each one. Now let's, pray over this list and let's make a decision. And the resort that we got, the Majestic Mirage, they have 3 levels. I don't know if you guys got the chance to tour
What the
all
difference?
3.
We only did 2. We only did 2
You did.
levels. We didn't go to the third one.
Okay. So there's the Colonial, there's the Elegance, and then we stayed at the Mirage, which is the highest tier. It's a 5-star resort. We would not take our couples to anywhere that we wouldn't be personally. And most importantly, wanted to make sure that God's presence was felt in the resort from the moment you step in, not a place where you go in, there's chaos. We're very particular and intentional about peace. Because I mean, if everything that's around you and you're surrounded actually adds and contributes to your marriage.
Yeah.
If you're in a chaotic environment, it's a high chance that your marriage could be chaotic.
It's the energy.
It's the energy in the atmosphere. So we wanted to make sure we had a safe and comfortable and warm atmosphere. And Mirage did that for us. God said, yes, this is the one.
Yeah.
And so today, like every couple tell us how amazing their room. I remember Mommy JJ was like, my room, eh? Like she just went like, I've not heard anyone say they didn't like their room. Beyond
No.
like
That
just
was you guys. You guys went above and beyond. The room, no. Don't say it. The room was
And I
amazing.
think one
The,
thing I also said to her, babe, sorry to butt in, was that I think that 3,500 does not even cover everything that we did, like the going out and everything,
excursion
the
and
excursions, the fact that, we used a lot of rooms in the resorts for events. And I kept asking her that, how are you guys able to, like I was so worried because, we've
yeah.
also visited resorts before and I know how much it costs to stay in a resort for 4 nights and 5 days, especially like a 5-star resort. And I kept, especially summertime is the highest time, in terms of costs at resorts. I kept asking, I was like, are you able to pay for this with the amount and the fact that we use the resort like this and all of that? The food was good, the vibes was good, and it was just amazing. I want to be there next year. I've been telling my
one
husband,
of my
bring
friend,
the
one
money.
of my friends saw me after at work on Tuesday, right? And was like, Baba, you sure said that you came back refreshed. Your face is full. I said, to be honest, I wasn't eating too much. I said, maybe it's the other food that I was eating. I,
So like we gotta
I said,
talk, cause
maybe it was the other food, not the
Like the prayers and everything,
and
right?
but to be honest,
The prayer.
it said joke apart. You came back looking really refreshed and all.
No.
I said, then you got to make it to the next one. He said, oh sure,
yeah,
and I think I'm gonna pull that. I'm gonna pull them in and
yeah,
just
That's
give
good.
grace. Just give grace. Go and pray and give us grace for some.
My
yes.
my
We'll tell you
in-law
within
is laughing. What's
24.
making her laugh?
Oh, your wife
Shade?
or
Yes,
yeah.
I know.
Oh,
And that's
Mommy
the funny
JJ
thing,
said we
right?
should expect a surprise from Mommy
Yeah.
JJ's kitchen. Hey, I
Ah.
cannot
Yes.
wait for that one.
Mommy
If you
JJ,
miss, you miss.
And
I'm
I think
looking
So
that is
forward to
one of the
that now.
things that we got from this resort too. When you meet people, like we were just talking, and I was just, telling my husband, like, all these men from Igbokoda. She was like, wait, Igbokoda, like, is your husband Elijah? I'm like, yeah. She was like, oh, I'm also from
My
Mahi.
the
My,
Marie Kingdom.
the Mayan Kingdom people.
Doctor
Yeah.
says
Oh,
Marie, Marie.
I And then that started the Marine Kingdom conversation. Just by
It's
finding
like,
out that,
but
she
did you
was.
say marine? Oh
So I
my
think that's
Good.
one
That's
goodness.
thing. The
fun.
fact that while we are all talking, and having all our nightly sessions and everything is when we find out things about each other,
Yeah.
the Sheila story and all of
Yes.
that and all of that.
All
And I
of
hope
Yeah.
that. All
when we
of
go
that.
to, I hope when we get to Cancun next year, we're able to locate another Shiloh, and so
Yeah,
that
somebody
You
else that will give
bet.
us
You
their
bet.
story.
You bet. But we cannot
Yeah.
wait. We've been praying for God to expand. Before we left Punta Cana, about 6 couples already registered. And we
Hmm.
announced it less than 24 hours before that. As of now, we have, I want to say 14 or 15 couples that have made their deposits.
No,
So
And
there's only 7 spaces left.
I'm telling you
officially,
guys, I am
officially,
telling,
Oh my
even we
God.
were
but
like,
unofficially, when you guys finish praying, let us know what the bandwidth.
yeah. All we can say is just keep registering. Keep sharing the link. Even if you shared it to somebody before, share it again. Esty Toby, and we got your registration.
Yes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I'm
SB
gonna get
We
to meet
Bobby.
cannot
her.
wait.
Let
Esty
me
Top.
tell you something. So Essie Bobby follows me, right? And then she came to my DM and she was telling me that she knows Mommy JJ.
Yeah,
And she
that's
said,
her
"Oh,
best
that she
friend.
spoke." She said she spoke very well of me, and I was like, "Oh, Mommy JJ." And
Oh,
that was after I posted Mommy JJ as my fave couple at the retreat. She and her
oh,
husband, because they just really made us laugh, and I just loved their vibes. And oh, those are my fave. I didn't know them before, but I
yeah,
met them, and I was like, I really love these people. Genuinely, we
yeah,
connected, and
yeah,
I just put it. And she came to my dear. She was like, "Oh, that she spoke really well of you. That just is always good to know someone on Instagram and find out that." So now she's gonna be at the next retreat, which means I'm also going to get to meet her.
Yay! We cannot wait.
Yay!
If you've not read, Mommy JJ has been referring people like crazy. I mean, I'm like, we don't even need a marketing director. Mommy JJ, Mommy
And
JJ, you guys.
one other thing I would like to say is every couple that came on this retreat, they all have an amazing love story.
Yeah,
Which was every couple when they just talk to you about their love stories, everything, the journey, everybody has an amazing story, and
yeah,
I'm really grateful for that as well.
yeah. Awesome,
Sometimes
awesome.
we forget our love story, right?
Mm.
As life goes on, you forget that, oh, this is how we met. And then when you share it, you're like, oh, come, that was why I liked you. Like someone had asked my husband that why did he walk up to me when he met me,
Yeah.
when he first saw me, and he has told 1 million people this already, anyways, but I'm not gonna say it online. But when they asked me why, like what did he see that attracted him to me, and he said it, right? It's funny, but sometimes when we remember those things
Yeah,
that made us come to fall in love with each other in the first place, like you say, it makes you fall in love again and just say, oh, this is why I
yeah,
love this person, these are the things. And like Dr. What was the reverend's name? Like he said,
Albert,
the Reverend
Albert,
Albert. Yes, he said something. He said, when you fall in love with a woman, like her physical features is not enough. You also have
mm-mm,
to fall in love with her values,
mhm,
because the values is what sustains the marriage, because the physical features may disappear, but what are the values of this person? So that's why it was just talking in terms of, he believes that your values is what should make you fall in love with the person's values, is why you should fall in love with them, and not just
the physical
the
attraction.
physical attraction and all of
physical.
that. So that
Yeah,
was really good. Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. No, it's amazing. So you want to say something, babe?
Yeah, I see Etsy. Bobby said, I will pick a marriage retreat over going to Nigeria for a vacation.
Going to Nigeria is not even a vacation for real, bro.
I know,
If you go
right?
to Nigeria, you just be running everywhere. That's
Mommy
good.
And I
JJ
like
said,
that.
Esther, you are listening now. If you show up, don't and be boring. We will leave you behind. Yes, so we leave
Bring
boring. No,
ginger.
it can't even be boring because the ginger is too much.
It's too much, yeah.
It's too
Everyone
much.
blend. Even like some, I mean, we have some very quiet couple. I mean, they're just quiet in nature. Nothing wrong with that. But the way all the energy just blend in and just balances out is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, going to Nigeria, don't Nigeria for us at least. No matter how much you try to make a vacation out of it, it's some level of stressful. You don't get enough rest. You don't get enough sessions.
Don't say
But
something.
this
I didn't get. I don't understand.
I, you do understand.
I was trying to hear Will.
A home minister like do not understand. But our couples retreat for 2026 is going to be bigger. So whatever you see in on social media, whatever you've seen us post, and shout out to Aditola for those posts. I
Yes.
mean, it's like you went there to just go capture
She's
every
yeah.
moment. Shout out to you.
Yeah,
Shout out
absolutely.
to Saju and Omoniola.
Hmm.
Did amazing capturing moments. And we could just focus on doing the work. But whatever you see online, whatever you see us post, is not even compared to being there. Like we can't really when we try to explain our retreat to people, we're like, it's great, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what else? You
Yeah.
just have to be there to experience every single moment.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed the excursion. I love how new people that weren't very much of a risk taker actually took risks and did an activity. I thought that was cool. Even our older couples, they actually, did fun stuff. So that was good.
Some people did zip lining. They've
Yeah.
never done that
For the
before.
first time. That's
Yeah,
right.
for the first time.
Yeah.
And those that could not do zip lining, they were able to take a little bit of risk
The
by
lift.
doing the first activity, the lift.
Yeah.
You're still up in the air,
Yeah.
but you are sitting
That's more or
down.
less like a zip. That's like a.
Yeah,
It
because
just wasn't
you're
going
still risking
fast
your
enough.
life anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I remember when Kike and I were coming down and we were like, oh my God, this thing is not fun. Oh, it's very
And
scary.
on my journey, it was just me back and forth. At the
That's it.
point I looked down, like my heartbeat was like pumping. I said, "Oh my goodness!" But
Yeah,
it's
that
fun.
Kike, I was like,
It,
Kike, go with somebody else. Don't come with me. So I don't know how you did it, Tola, but great job. Mommy Ginger said me and Kike left the chat when of risk takers.
Super risk.
Yeah,
I
it
think
Yeah.
it
was
happens
good.
when you have children. You're just like, I don't want to take it. That's why I didn't do the zip line. I've done it before, and I can say I'm not doing it again ever again
Again,
in
yeah.
my life. It's a
Right.
one-time thing for me. I don't
Yeah.
ever want to do it anymore. I think it's just so much risk hanging in the air. And
Yeah.
then even Dr. Bala was just going, we are
that was that was you were acting like a real pro,
like,
isn't it?
She really loves
I
zip
it's
do.
lining.
fun.
I do.
I'm not really a fan of it. I've done it a couple times,
Hey,
but I'm
you're
not really a
telling
fan.
the truth. My husband was like, no, I just want to make sure everybody goes. I
Of
just want to make sure
course,
everybody's
I've
fine.
done it before.
Guess
It's just
what?
like
Guess
Ola.
what? GFM was gonna do to you, Doctor
Yeah,
B. He was going to surprise you. But
absolutely.
unfortunately, they didn't let him wear. They didn't let him go. They said
Yeah,
he should have gotten the old kit from there.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
baby.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to
But
surprise you. I
yeah,
mean, I'm really not a fan of zip lining. I've done it at least. I want to say at least four
baby,
times.
you done it twice.
Oh, babe. I've done it at least four times. I've done it at least four times. I've done it at least four times.
Okay, okay.
And the last time I'm like, that's it. I'm
That's
not
it.
doing it
I think
again.
right before you turn 40, you're like,
Yeah, I'm like,
that's
that's
it.
it.
Yeah.
I don't need to
I
do it again.
know. Like why? Like the other day I saw the news about like people that got in the hot air balloon and then it caught on fire, and I'm
Yeah.
like sometimes like let's stay on the bare
On the
ground. At least
ground.
burning if there's fire you can run, you can roll on the floor. But in the hot air balloon that catches fire, what do you
Where
want to
you
do?
where you gonna run
Right.
to?
Are you gonna want to? Like, why are we taking all of these risks and just climbing up and climbing down? There was another one that said come and jump. I don't think anyone did that. There was one that they said we jump down from. I said,
Oh, we did
jump
it.
down from. You
Some
did it?
people did, yeah.
Yeah, we all did it. Everybody that did zip lining did
Before
it.
we
Because that's
got
the only
back
way
to
you.
them, they already did that.
How
Yeah.
was
That's the only
it?
way
Yeah.
you can come down.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
It
have
was
to jump
fun.
down to come down. Ah.
Yeah.
It was fun. So then that was Saturday. Then
Yeah.
Sunday we had what did we do on Sunday?
On Sunday we did a breakout session and we did a
Oh, the breakout
Q&A.
session
Yeah.
Q&A, and that's when the Q&A was amazing.
Yeah.
For the ladies at least, since we don't know what you guys did. Even the combined
The joint ones.
Q&A, I thought that was amazing. It was great, like having some like experienced, not only knowledgeable from their own personal experience but also from a spiritual aspect to having Dr. Sparker and Reverend and Dr. Oduwale. I thought that was amazing to just really have them in the room. I also love the balance of having the old and the young in the room. I thought that was great. And that's when we announced the location for the next year. And then we took a break. And then at night, we did our celebration night.
No. Before the celebration, we did a vow renewal.
Oh, yes. How can we forget about that?
That was amazing.
You know, something special happened at the vow renewal. I mean, till today, it still blows. I was telling somebody about it this morning. It was Seju and Omoniola's turn. They went last. And first of all, I was already like teary from, I can't remember who went before. I mean, all the vow renewals was just so beautiful.
Special moments.
But it was them, and I think I have a special heart for them because they're the youngest married couple. They're just 1 year. But she was talking, Omaniola was talking, and I remember she mentioned, "You are the sunshine on a raining day."
It just started raining. That moment was like, no, I saw that it was like God. It's like God just used the rain to just seal something. The rain just the cloud just opened up.
Boom.
No.
That was
I
amazing.
mean, I've never seen anything like that in my
That
life.
was amazing.
It was so spectacular. And there were two interesting things about it. Number one, there was no rain in the forecast for that day.
For that day,
Mm.
yes.
There was
That was
absolutely
when we
no
were planning to do a party on the beach.
Yeah.
Still did anyways.
Yeah, which we did.
We need to tell them about the beach party.
Okay.
But
So
no, finish up with this moment.
okay. So that moment, there was no rain in the forecast. And then number two, it rained for 10 minutes. And that 10 minutes was enough because we didn't prepare vows for each other. I mean, again, we want to just focus on you guys.
Yeah.
So we've never even thought to write our own vows. Yeah. And I think it was Kike and Tola and
everybody was like,
write your vows.
Your vows. Like, okay.
And we finished our own vows and it stopped raining.
Yeah.
And I remember Kiara. Kiara is our point of contact at the resort. She's like texting us. I don't know if you remember. She's like, I've never seen anything like this. She's like, every time there's a rain, there's actually a forecast, even if it says like 60% chance or 50% chance, but there was 0% chance of rain that day. And it only rained for like that span of time. I thought that was just, I agree with you, Minister Ladi. I think that was God saying, I'm here and I'm sealing all the vows that are here today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a moment that will ever be erected in my mind.
Yeah. Baby, why'd you use that word? Of all the words that you could have used.
All them erections.
Dr. Bola,
Of all the English.
Dr. Bola, you are something else.
You see, what she was thinking about, I was not even thinking about it.
I never did.
When he said it, my eyes went like,
Right.
You
could have said that I would cherish that moment. I will remember it. You just pick that word.
let's give a shout out to
the saxophone.
what's
The
his name?
saxophone.
Yes.
Joshua.
Joshua.
No, he did an amazing.
Yes. Joshua, we give it to you.
JB Sax.
Yeah.
He
can blow.
He brought the house down.
Yeah.
He was energetic.
Yeah.
He was enthusiastic. He put his feelings, his emotions, everything to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
great.
a big vibe. He did an exceptional
Great job, Joshua. He will be back next year. So if you missed Joshua this year.
No, the guy is really good. It's really good. We're musicians, you could tell GFM.
Yes.
His tones is really, really good.
Really
And
good.
it made it really special too. Just having someone, adding extra vibes to everything.
It was really nice.
Yeah. Especially when the couples were walking to the
when it was
was playing that. Oh boy! It should just be me and you in the living or in the bedroom,
To do what?
To minister to each other.
I said, man, this was fire.
It was. I remember that, and I'm like, Bola, you cannot cry. It's about them, not about you. Focus. I mean, some of the vows, and I don't know about you guys. When we got married, we read the like the generic vow, in sickness and in health and this and in that till death do us part. We never actually got the chance to write our own vows until we did our 10th year anniversary. And I imagine some couples, I know Dr. Lynn, said that, like, they've not exchanged vows since they got married 36 years ago. And 36 years ago, it was probably in sickness and in health, the generic one. So it was just really special.
And see what he
That
did.
moment.
He knelt down
Oh,
I
and said his
know.
entire vow.
You know
I
what the
mean,
men said around me? They said, thank God we've done ours because he has raised the bar.
that's the bad.
right. I mean, I was not expecting that.
Yeah, and he should probably be in his late 50s.
Yeah, almost 60.
Yeah, late 50s, almost 60s. I
Yeah.
mean, got on his knee. You
Yeah.
see, that's the thing about relationship.
Yeah.
It's humility.
Yes. Come
It's
on.
humility, and we've been called to be humble towards one another.
Yeah.
Not just a one-way street of wife should be humble to the husband. It's that husband should be humble. And as a matter of fact, the person that should show to initiate the humility first is the husband,
Yeah.
because we are called to sacrifice
And to
just
serve.
as Jesus sacrificed. So that is part of showing humility. Once we have that heart of humility, that posture of it, of heart to serve, then we mirror that and our wives are able to follow suit, because
Yeah.
now you've demonstrated what humility looks like. You've demonstrated what serving looks like. Then it's easier for our wives to emulate the same thing as well. So, but
Just to add to what you said, one of my favorite words in marriage is for you to live together, you need to be broken. I always say that when you're not brothers, you want to do a giddy, I'm a chief where I come from. It doesn't work in this day and age. If you are both broken, you're gonna love yourself regardless.
Yeah.
Not like no edging, nobody's building fence around each other. There's no, and let's live a broken life.
Yeah.
If there is any word like
Yeah.
that to have a healthy marriage.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely. I
want to
love that.
say that someone came to my comments and she was like, "Oh, she had told her husband about the retreat. Like she's been asking him, like, let's do something like this," and he keeps saying, and then when she showed him the renewal of vows, he was asking that what happened to the one that I said to you when we got married? That what happened to those
Ah!
vows?
And you
I
you guys just dived into it. It
yeah.
was just it's a generic one, but the one you crafted, remembering all the things, the journey and all that it makes it more special.
And even the promises, right? Like just hearing someone remind you that, oh, like when he said his vows to me and it was just reminding how we started and also his promises to me. These are things I can hold him accountable to now, even as we go forward and say, babe, remember when we were in Punta Cana, you said this to me. I'm going to
Yeah.
hold you to it.
Yes. Yes. And Minister Ladi is a man of integrity. He's going to hold all of those words.
absolutely,
Thank you, my
Our
sister.
absolutely.
dad.
Yes,
Thank you, my
yes.
He's
sister.
sitting with
From
us
the
like,
days of Shiloh. From the days of Shiloh.
oh
So
my
yeah,
God.
so from there we went right into dinner on the beach, literally on the beach, the
That
most
that that
romantic.
was that was amazing.
Yeah.
Then we had a special cake session on that beach. Intimacy. How to communicate
Mr.
with.
Ladi, you came to this retreat for two things: the
No,
goodie session.
I love her sessions.
We
She's
know.
so into what she's doing. Like she
That's
said,
really cool.
Miss Goody said she's been doing it for many years. As
Yeah.
a matter of fact, she went to school as all those,
Yeah.
and I see the passion that she puts into it.
Yeah.
We're able to communicate with the cake.
Yeah.
I was
I
going to post it or last night before I could sleep. I was like, well, let me just post some of the things that I didn't, post yet. And when I was just watching that video, I was like, nope, I'm not putting this up because the
Post
things he was saying.
it.
Post it.
Post
Post,
it.
post, post,
Post,
post,
post, post,
post,
post,
post, post,
post.
post, post, post.
Oh my God, this man is just something else. And
Yeah.
even just watching like our the education, like the intimacy night with Miss Goody, and just watching those videos back, I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, this is like I love the fact that she told us that she teaches sex education, not
Yeah.
That this is not about like any sexual act, but this is
Right.
just something to, put a little vibe back into you. Because sometimes it gets boring, right?
It does.
Doing the same thing over and over again as a
Yeah.
couple. But finding
Yeah.
someone who can tell you, oh, there are other things you can do. And also just stretch exercises together.
I
We have a
spread too
tendency
on
to
it.
I
say,
Yeah.
love the stretch
I
one.
need
Yeah.
to I need to stretch
And we
tonight.
need to also give a
So
shout out to Teju Kokorai. She
Teju Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Jacob,
yes.
she broke the ice. You
Yes.
know, there before it, there were some things just holding, because I can't even remember the last time I hold my wife so close, looking at her eyes. I can't even. Maybe we probably when we first started dating, we just, when you want to get that kiss, that's when you
Yeah.
be looking at the girl's eyes.
When you are
So that,
after something.
And you
when you
want
are
to go
dating,
to
you
This
know,
man needs to be put in the naughty corner.
when you are dating, you've not kissed. Yeah, Christian brother and Christian sister, they've not. They want to said, and she made us realize that, like that was why I said you're naked with yourself and not ashamed. Looking at your spouses
Like
who
wearing physically naked. It
naked,
doesn't like.
you hold yourself, and you're reaffirming your love, saying that really, man, you don't want to know.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't
that
want to
that
know
opened up
what is
a
happening.
lot of men that are not
Oh yes.
open
Yes,
to
that
such.
was that was
Yeah,
an amazing
yeah,
time,
Yeah.
and that, I think, that was what birthed the whole vulnerability
yeah,
on
Yeah.
everybody, and getting to everything just opened up right after a session,
Yeah.
and we just took it to the next level.
To the next level. Yeah.
yes, yeah.
One thing that I kind of give God props for, a lot of props for this retreat, is when people started registering. And I was telling Tola this yesterday, like a lot of the ideas we had clues on what we wanted to do, but like when Miss Ayoteju told us she was coming, and we know her personally, and we know her journey, we know her story, and we know what she's really good at. And we're like, you know what? It would be great for you to lead this session. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't quite know. We didn't really give her any, like, I mean, we gave her guidance a little bit about like what to expect from like what we're doing, what the other speakers are doing. But she came up with everything that she wanted to do on her own. And for some people, that was right then, right where they got their healing.
Yeah.
So one thing I wanted to give props for is that the people that are actually that came and registered for the retreats, within some of them, that's where the healings resided.
Yeah.
That's where, and I said this during the ladies breakout session, that what my problems are,
Mhm.
the solution might be with Tola. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? But on that larger scale, and I love how you said it, Minister Ladi, that was the beginning of the vulnerability and
Yeah.
transparency. We weren't physically naked, obviously not. However, like you could just tell that everyone began to, whichever walls they had broken, they started
Yeah.
to just,
Yeah.
let it go.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite important. I'll say this. You see, our retreat, by the grace of God, it's a combination of vacation, but at the same time you are learning.
Yeah.
You know, and to me it's like, why do I need to spend 3,500 on a vacation that I just blow the money, and the only memory I can just have is like I traveled somewhere and I had a lot of sessions with my partner, and then that was it. I had good food. But what did you learn out of it that you can bring back to your relationship and can move that relationship forward?
Yeah.
That's what you get in this retreat.
Yeah.
The vacation and the learning aspect,
And the connection with
and
other
the connection with other
couples.
couples, the
Yeah.
community,
The
the
healings.
healing,
Yeah, it's a lot.
so it's a win-win
Yeah.
coming to our retreat by the
Yeah.
grace of God. It's a win-win. So I know Minister Aladi and Tola, I know you guys got somewhere to go, but the what's the part of the entire event? The entire event, just name one part that you would never forget, that is erected in your mind.
Maybe you want to go first. Then let me think.
That's a very tough question because even when Dr. Bola and I spoke yesterday, I just gave us so many instances of how, I was really blessed at the at the retreat. And I think what I'm gonna say is, some, like I said, people have come to ask me about it, and I've been telling them so much. And if anyone is watching now and they're just like, at any point in their marriage, maybe struggling or just wanting like fresh air or fresh wine to be, added to their marriage, I think I'm just gonna say this is where you want to be, because it is not only going to infuse fresh wine into your relationship, it's also going to give you another perspective about what marriage can be. Right. It's easy to see Dr. Bola and Dr. Femi and say, oh, you guys are in the job of, marriage and relationship. So you have to, be connected. You have to always come out together, loving on each other. But the truth is, it's hard work. And if it's not real, if it's not done at home, that it's not possible to fake it. Right. And that was one of the things I said to you too when we met. You can't constantly fake what you guys, have and what you exhibit every time, that I saw you and I met you at the resort. So that's what I'm just gonna say. Like, if you're desiring to have a better connection with your spouse, you're desiring to enjoy marriage more, you're desiring to see, how else can we improve on this thing that this gift that God has already given to us, then this is where you want to be. That is what, I'm just gonna say. And I also told her that some of the things that I learned there, I'm already implementing it, right? I was telling my best friend when we were talking that, babe, like, she was telling me she wanted to do something, and I said, what is in it for you? What is in it for your spouse? And what is in it for the family?
Oh,
Like,
boy,
so yeah, like, why do you want to do this thing? What is your husband going to benefit from it? What are you going to benefit? What are your children going to benefit from it? And I said, go think on it and then come back. And she was like, okay, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to take this step anymore. Right. So that is what it means to attend something like this. I'm not just a hearer of a word, I'm also a doer. So as you come with an open mind, come ready to do the things that you learn, and you definitely see improvement in your marriage and also in the marriage of your friends, because you're going to be telling them about it. I've become a preacher now. I'm like,
hey, that's
Is
awesome.
a preacher of love.
He's a preacher of love.
I
Yeah.
love it. I
So
love it.
if you, for me, is I think she's said everything. And one thing I would just say, if you want to spark up if you want to have a long sparking, you want to spark up your marriage. This is let Minister Lady recommend this retreat.
it's put a stamp on it.
Yes,
Put
it
a
is
stamp on
very.
it. Yes.
The stamp is on it. It is very, very, very highly recommended. Men, women, couples should take the time out from. You know how busy this our space is. In 30 days, all your bills are in your face. In another, you after you pass that bill phase, another life just come to you like this, like
It's a
this,
cycle.
like this. Is a cycle. If you take that 4 days and 5 days
And
and
for
Mhm.
four
night.
night out, nothing. The heavens won't come down.
Mm.
Yes.
It will not. But that spark that you
Yeah.
get
Mhm.
from that retreat will last your marriage for probably another 10 years.
Yeah,
And every time you go, you spark it up again. You keep extending.
I know.
So, and
absolutely.
that's one of my biggest takeaway.
And it's amazing how everyone who went already said they want to go back, right? That means
Yeah.
there's something about it. Because we've already taken up the sports. What sports would the new people even take?
What the new people say.
That's why I was
You will
asking.
still start putting a
That's
gap and say,
that's
don't
why
come again. No, don't come. Once
that's
you've
why
attended.
I was begging on behalf of the world right here that you guys give grace, and
Yeah,
look into it, see how you could extend it, and let other
expanded.
people, yeah, let
Absolutely.
other family, other couples benefit from this.
Absolutely.
I don't know
Absolutely.
what you guys have planned. I don't know who is the guest speaker coming this time. As you brought Reverend Albert, it's my first time being with Reverend in the same space. I
Yeah.
see him
So
at
humble.
I see him from a distance. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
As a matter of fact, he was just telling me that he preached for our pastor in Lagos 2 months ago. It was in
Wow.
Lagos with our lead pastor, Pastor Yemi David. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know. Mentioned some other people in my church here in Maryland. He also mentored KJK, who is also a speaker and all that. So I was like, first time being in the same space. I've never seen a man of God that humble.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
He's
know,
so humble. He even tried all our shenanigans. Everything we did, he was right there.
Everything,
it is
including with us. I don't
it
know. That
tried
makes
to
you
blend.
blessed.
I love that man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. No,
That's
God,
that's
God
What is
brought
next? Let
him.
us also ask you a question. What is next for you guys before the next retreat? What are you guys going to be working on, and what should we expect? Because now we're watching your space, and you've gingered us now. So yeah, you have to keep the ball rolling. You can't
Yeah, I
stop.
know,
This is
right?
no going back.
no
No,
going back.
no,
No going
no.
back. No
No,
going back.
no.
Yeah. What do you want to
So
say?
tomorrow, hubby's actually preaching in at National Harbor.
Oh,
There's a
I think I saw the flyer. I
yeah.
saw the. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
I didn't
so we'll
see
be
I
there
that.
think I saw.
tomorrow. On Saturday, this coming Saturday. So we preach a lot. Go around different churches. We do day only like a day workshop. So basically like a mini retreat. We'll take it to churches. This Sunday we have a Kuwaram program. It stands for knowledge, understanding,
Wisdom.
wisdom in marriage and relationship. We have a Kururam program where I think we posted the flyer earlier. It's at our church. So we invite all. It's a marriage relationship program. I will be preaching there too. We're actually the guest speakers. So we definitely would invite all of you to come. Everything happy, healthy marriage is what we're always going to be up to, whether we're on a big stage or in the local space or just us two, or just with one couple or many couples. That's our mission. That is our passion. That's our purpose, that God has given to us, and we're so blessed to be walking and working in our purpose at this time. So anything happy, healthy, godly marriages and relationship is where you'll find us for the next year. In September, we're going to travel to Cancun to visit probably 5 to 7 resort. We feel like we have a couple
Oh,
top
that's a lot
ones.
of work.
Yeah. We did it for Punta Cana. We're doing it again. Again, if we don't feel comfortable and safe in a space, we're not gonna put you guys there. No matter how cheap it is, no matter how expensive it is, we go premium and 5 star, or everybody just stay home because
It's premium or nothing.
premium or
I'm
nothing.
nothing.
So we'll be
That's
planning that
great.
trip. We'll be now, I was telling Tala this yesterday. The even though they were guest speakers, they actually came for the retreat, and God just aligned their paths that way. But
Mm.
2026, we're actually intentionally going to be seeking out for guest speakers that can add more and add value, just like the Parkers and the Oduoles and Goody and Miss Ayoteju. Just like they added so much flavor, so much value to our retreat. We're going to be looking for who God wants to bring to 2026.
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to vacation next week.
Oh, we're going on a vacation next week. I forgot
that's
about that.
that's what
I
I'm
But
looking forward
but
to.
we just got back.
Say
We
that
just
again.
got back.
That wasn't
Ah,
vacation.
my
You
bro.
learned
See, that one,
Was
that was
work.
work.
that one, I probably averaged 3 hours of sleep
Every
each
night.
night.
So
Yeah.
where are you guys going this time?
We're
With the
going to
kids or
St.
just the two of you?
Thomas. We're heading to St.
Woo!
Thomas.
We're going to St.
With the
Thomas.
kids or with just the two of you?
No, just the
Just
two
the
of.
two of us. Just the two
And
of
we
us.
can do it
I
if we
like that.
try. Just the two of
And by the
us.
way, we're also going on vacation too next week. Is it
Don't
next week?
announce it yet. You know
Are
my
you guys
age. Like
coming? You guys want to come to St. Thomas?
You
no.
might be you be surprised. You just see us by the beach crying with you guys.
I just be like,
We
that's
have
Mr. Ladi
we
and
still
Tola.
have like we
They
still
are
have
walking
like
this
two
We
way.
still have two more trips
two more trips
this
this
year.
year, two more major trips that
Major
we
Yeah.
trip.
have to leave because we have another one in November with your
Okay,
general
we got
appointment.
my job. Okay, we got three major
Three
trips.
major
3 major
trips.
trips this
Yeah.
Yeah,
year.
Yeah.
before.
But I like to put a cap on it because like just keep my family
Yes.
waiting to see what I'm doing
Yes.
and how.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some people say that was this retreat like 1 week because the amount of content you are giving us.
And it's
Right.
funny, not three, it's actually four because we're doing two countries in one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So four,
Yeah.
four.
Oh yeah.
4
4
For,
trips
for,
this
trips.
year.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mr. Mike said they need a vacation too. You guys can come. You can come. Don't be surprised if you see us and Miss Aladi and Tola in St. Thomas. But Come on
It's very
through.
possible
Anything is
because right
possible.
now we have to do as much as we can to enjoy our lives. I always say this life is to be enjoyed, not
Yes,
endured.
yes. And it's
Absolutely.
only one. There's only one
Absolutely.
life to live. So
Because anything can happen between now and next week. God can just give that private jet to Minister Magic and just fly
hey,
the. I remember he can just fly the entire people from the retreat
let me
and
see you
say,
people
everybody
dance.
meet us in St. Thomas.
boom.
Let's go.
Let's go. I know Mr.
Amen.
Ju-
Mike will be the first one to pack his bag.
He said, I'm
Just
ready.
I'm ready now.
You'll be like, Kika, wake up! Kika, wake up! Stop sleeping. Let's go.
Y'all leave my bestie alone. She's always
Oh
sleeping.
my God. That is so hilarious. I
But
know.
Oh,
yeah, but
man.
we
I'm
just want
looking
to thank
forward
you guys
to
so
that.
much.
Thank you.
You
Thank you
were
guys.
a blessing. You continue, babe, babe.
I'm sorry. I just gotta remember that, that game that we played on the
You
beach.
remember this one? Ah,
Ah!
Which one was that?
Chidera.
No, wait,
Mama
Mama
Chidera.
wait. No. Those are the things we got up to.
Wait, why are we on the same retreat, but we don't remember this one?
Oh,
That's what they
Yami
were
was
doing
like,
when they were talking in the side that night, the last
Mama
night. And they were talking about the chicken and all of that. Anyways, we gotta go, babe.
Sotoro,
Thank you so much,
Mosotoro
Thank
guys.
you.
chicken.
We are so blessed. I'm so happy with
Risotto,
this group.
You guys do Jones.
risotto chicken.
Resotoris.
Why are you
Yami
guys
said,
like this?
Yami said,
Resotoris
whatever
chicken.
your wife wants, just buy a more.
Just buy it.
Just buy it.
I cannot.
Risotto chicken, buy it. The entire fridge is risotto chicken.
Just buy.
Just buy it. Oh, who are you, Andy?
It's Mr. Michael.
We can't
What you
see his
want to
face.
add?
I almost killed myself laughing here. You guys will not kill me. Laddie, Abba, Laddie.
You are the one that brought the chicken, though. You brought the chicken. You brought the chicken topic, and you brought yay, Mama Chidera. I did not know Mama.
The secrets are slowly coming out. We are finding them out
We're
little
going
by
to find
little.
out the whole gist.
You cannot find out. It's the boys' code.
We
Don't worry.
will.
Don't worry.
You can't keep no secret. Look at
Don't
you
worry.
people. We're already cracking it small,
When you
small.
see, they will find out when they implement one of that goodie session. My bro,
It was
once they
very,
We'll keep
very
implement
our
the
good.
goodie
cool.
A
session,
secret request? Is this a secret request?
No, 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 no. See, let me show you something.
Hey,
Are you showing us now?
Your wife is asking how you got on here.
When you have this, there's no way possible. There's no way possible for that secret to be leaked out.
What do they call that drink again? In
Mama
my
Juma.
Mama why
Mama
Mama
Guana.
Just so
Juma.
you all know, Tala and I don't support this message that the boys are
Mama
sharing
Juna.
right now. But yeah, it was so awesome.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys. We appreciate you. We love you, and we'll see you again
Thank
soon.
And
you.
everyone, if you have not registered, go on our link, our bio
Yeah.
on Instagram. There's a link there. Click that link and to take you directly on the registration page, or just click the link that we just pinned on this
Yeah.
video right now.
It's
Do
Dr.
it now.
Femi.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Now. Now. Now.
Now.
Now.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr.
Yes.
You
Femi
don't
and
want to
Dr.
be told.
Latifa.
You don't want to be
Adios.
told.
Yeah,
Thank you
adios.
so much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Take care.